So here we have CP54, which is Omega Red for Marvel Crisis Protocol. The front of the box, let's take a look at the back and then we'll have a look what's inside. So we've got Omega Red, the ultimate weapon. Soviet-era experiments intend to create a super soldier on par with Captain America, resulting in the creation of Omega Red. Once the Russian criminal Arkady Grigorovich Rossovich, Omega Red is the product of extensive and invasive experiments that transformed him into a dangerous weapon. The experiments implanted carbonadium tendrils into Omega Red's body, an ally almost as strong as adamantium, which act as his primary weapons. However, a side effect is that radioactive carbonadium is slowly poisoning him. Omega Red must feed on the life force of others to temporarily preserve himself, which he does by wrapping his foes in his tendrils and feasting on their life force to sustain his own. Whether he is fighting enemies, working for criminal masterminds, or killing to stay alive, Omega Red is powerful and a dangerous opponent. So that's what it says on the back. It says we've got one Omega Red miniature, one base, one character stat card, 3 team tactics cards, and 11 tokens. So what we're going to do, we're going to crack him open and then have a look what's inside. So here we go, I've made a little incision to be able to get into Omega Red. Let's open him up and see what we've got. So here's his sprue. Let's have a quick look at all that plastic. That's good that all those vines are in one piece there. Sometimes they like to get a little bit fiddly. We take a couple of pieces, but that's good. We've got his legs, his hairpiece, the good old tactical rock, and the standard 2 bases. So, let's have a look at these instructions, shall we, for Omega Red? So there we go. Got 7 steps, and Omega Red should come together nicely for us. And here we go with his character card with team tactics. So we've got Carbonadium Synthesizer, which is unaffiliated, active. Omega Red may play this card. Remove all special conditions from this character. It removes 1 damage and gains 1 power for each special condition removed this way. And if remember, he's prone to being poisoned, I believe, or immune to poison. But Grievous Wounds, we've seen this card before. Now it's got an Omega Red and Wolverine skin on top of it, which looks quite nice, I've got to say. And then we've got some Red Room training. Could have done with this when I did the Black Widow battle report. At the start of the activation phase, any allied character may spend 2 power to play this card. This character gains the stealth superpower until the end of the round. Quite handy if you want to hide people away. Then we've got the tokens, pretty standard fare. And always tricky to get out. The character card. So Omega Red, Arkady Grigorovich Rossovich, 6 health, small movement, size 3 for 4 threat, 3/3/4 on his defenses. We've got Carbonadium Coils, which is a range 3, 5 strength, 0 power. After this attack is resolved, this character gains power equal to the damage dealt, with drain life, which means after this attack is resolved, if this attack dealt damage, this character moves 1 damage from himself. Quite handy, that one. Next up we've got Red Terror, which is another range 3, this time for 7 dice and 4 power. Before choosing a target, this character chooses whether this attack type is physical or energy. Okay, so that can be quite handy there. On a wild, we've got Absorb Essence. Change one of the defending character's crits, wilds, or blocks to a skull. This character gains 1 power for each die changed in this way. Okay, good way of generating power there on Omega Red. And then we've got Death Factor. For one of his superpowers, this character and enemy characters within 2 of this With a poison condition, suffer 2 damage in order of your choosing. This superpower can only be played once per turn. We've got Ensnare for 2 power. Push an enemy character within range 4 and in this character's line of sight towards this character medium. A character can be pushed by this superpower only once per turn. Innate Carbondanium Armor. When this character would suffer damage from an enemy effect, reduce the amount suffered by 1 to a minimum of 1. Okay, and finally, Death Spores. Enemy characters that end their activation within 2 of this character gain the Poison Special Condition. Additionally, at the end of this character's activation, enemy characters within range 2 of it gain the Poison Special Condition. And handily, Omega Red is immune to poison. I don't think we've got any changes on the injured side. So I think that's everything. I must say I'm looking forward to getting him painted up and getting him in some games for some battle reports. Thank you for watching this, and I'll catch you next time.